Let us continue atomic structure numericals. Let us discuss a sum. Let us take a sum. Calculate the energy required. Calculate the energy required. Calculate the energy required to excite 1 liter of hydrogen gas at 1 atmosphere and 298 Kelvin. 1 atmosphere and 298 Kelvin to the first excited state of atomic hydrogen. The energy for the dissociation. The energy for the dissociation of hydrogen is 436 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Now we will go for the solution. Here, last sentence will take dissociation energy of hydrogen. This meaning we will see. Here, per mole given. The per mole means 1 mole of hydrogen molecules. 1 mole of hydrogen molecules require 436 kilojoule of energy to dissociate to hydrogen atom. Okay. This is the meaning of this. 1 mole of hydrogen molecules require this much. Now here, how many moles given we will see. Now here 1 liter of hydrogen gas given, 1 atmosphere given, 298 Kelvin given. So 1 liter, 1 atmosphere, 298 Kelvin contains how many moles? How many moles of hydrogen molecule? That we will see. For which we will consider hydrogen gas as ideal gas. So we will take ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. Now we will substitute pressure. Pressure is 1 atmosphere. Volume we will substitute 1 liter. N is called number of moles we have to find. R is called the universal gas constant 0.821 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Temperature is given 298 Kelvin. Now we will simplify, we will get N. N is called the number of moles of hydrogen. Number of moles of hydrogen. So number of moles of hydrogen we are calculating, we are getting a 0.0409. This many moles. So this many moles of hydrogen molecules given. So what is a moles means 0.0409 moles of hydrogen molecules. Now we will see number of hydrogen molecules. Number of moles of hydrogen molecules we calculated, that is 0.0409. 0.0409 moles of hydrogen molecules require a dash amount of energy to dissociate into hydrogen atoms. Okay, in this dash what will come in the sense this 436 kilojoule into 0.0409, this much will come. So energy required for dissociation. Energy required for dissociation is how much in the sense that is 17.83 kilojoule. This much energy required for the dissociation. Okay. So energy required for the dissociation is so and so. Okay. Next we will see. Now they are asking energy required to excite to where? First excited state of atomic hydrogen. So atomic hydrogen is going for excitation to where means first excited state. Okay, we will see regarding that. Now we will see regarding excitation. Now which is going for excitation? Atomic hydrogen. So in atomic hydrogen, electron present in first level, it is jumping into first excited state. First excited state means N is equal to 2. So going from 1 to 2, sir, for which what is the energy required, that we will find. Here energy required for this process, what is the energy required, that we will see. Now Rydberg's formula we will take for this. Rydberg's formula we are taking, that is 1 by lambda is equal to RH into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Now this we will convert in terms of energy. It is 1 by lambda means wave number. We will convert this into energy. So multiply both side by Hc. So multiply both side by Hc. So we will get Hc by lambda is equal to Hc RH Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. So like this formula we got. This Hc by lambda is called energy. Hc by lambda is called energy, we can say. So energy is equal to Hc RH Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. This formula we got. So on substituting, this is for 1 electron. This is for 1 electron. 1 electron means 1 atom, 1 hydrogen atom. Here how many hydrogen atoms given, that we will see. Here how many hydrogen atoms? This many moles of hydrogen molecules. So this many moles of hydrogen molecules means how many moles of hydrogen atoms into 2. Okay, number of moles of hydrogen atoms is into 2. Sir, now we will take number of moles of hydrogen atoms. So number of moles of hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen atoms is equal to how much, in the sense moles of molecules is 0.0409, atoms in the sense into 2 because it is diatomic. Now we will see number of hydrogen atoms. Now we will see number of hydrogen atoms. We'll see. So for that you take this moles and multiply the moles with Avogadro number. Multiply the moles with Avogadro number, you will get hydrogen atoms. This is the formula for one atom. Now for this many atoms means what we have to do regarding this formula. So energy is equal to Hc RH Z square 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square into 0.0409 into 2 into Avogadro number. Okay, this is for one hydrogen atom. This is for this many hydrogen atoms. Okay, now we will substitute the values and we will calculate the energy. Now what is Rydberg's formula, that we will see, for which we will take energy formula. In energy formula is minus 2 pi square m z square k square e power 4 by c h square by n square h square. That is the formula. N square h square. Okay. Now in this what is Rydberg's constant? Rydberg's formula is what? That we will see. Rydberg's formula is what? Means this one. This z square will not come. This is what means that a Rydberg's constant. Okay, 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by h square is called a Rydberg's constant. So that Rydberg's constant RH, so energy is equal to minus RH into this is z square by n square. Okay, this is energy formula. Now this energy formula here, this RH and this rounded term, difference is there. This RH means not only this one, this RH by CH. This is only called what means this one. This rounded term is this one. This rounded term is this one. Okay. Therefore, now this here we will take R dash H we will take. Here RH means the CH is there, therefore R dash H we will take. Otherwise we will see once we will see regarding this RH and here what is the difference, that we will see. Then we will proceed into this one. Now that regarding Rydberg's formula we derived E2 minus E1 is equal to h nu. This formula we have taken. E2 is equal to 2 pi square m z square k square e power 4 by h square z square by n square like this, n2 square. E1 is equal to minus 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by h square into z square by n1 square is equal to hc by lambda. Okay, now take hc this side, take hc this side, then 1 by lambda is equal to what will come in the sense 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube. This ch take this side, then z square we will write like this, then 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. This is only Rydberg's formula. Okay, so this part is called what means RH. This part is called RH, Rydberg's constant we said. Rydberg's constant we said this is equal to 1.1 into 10 to the power of 7 per meter we said, otherwise 109867 per centimeter we said. It is a wave number, this unit is per wave number. Okay, so here ch cube is there, RH is equal to 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube, it is called RH. So now here hc into RH formula is what? hc into RH formula, that we will see. hc into RH formula. Okay, so hc into RH means what will come, you see this you multiply with this, you multiply with hc. So hc multiply means this c 1h cancelling means this part only will be there. Okay, this part only will be there. So we can say that this E is equal to this hc into RH is how much in the sense 2.18 into 10 to the power of minus 18 joule. Then this z square will write, then this 1 by n1 square by 1 by n2 square into 0.0409 into 2 into Avogadro number. Now we will substitute n1 and n2 will substitute. So energy is equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power of 18. This z is hydrogen atom, therefore 1 square. 1 by n1 is lower level is first level. Then n2 is first excited state. First excited statement, the level is 2, therefore 2 square will substitute into 0.0409 into 2 into Avogadro number. Okay, so we are calculating energy required. So energy required for excitation, energy required for excitation we are calculating, we are simplifying. If we simplify, we will get energy required for excitation, we will get, sorry, energy required for excitation we got in how much in the sense 80.36 into 10 to the power of 3. Here SI unit, all values we have substituted in SI unit, therefore joule. So it is equal to 80.36 kilojoule. Okay, it is energy required for what in the sense excitation. For excitation, this is the energy required. Sir, okay. Next we will see here, we will see in this case energy required for dissociation is 17.83 and energy required for excitation also we calculated. Energy required for excitation we calculated, energy required for dissociation we calculated. Now what they are asking, we will see, calculate the energy required to excite 1 liter of hydrogen gas at 1 atmosphere and 298 Kelvin to the first excited state of atomic hydrogen. That means they have given hydrogen gas. This hydrogen gas, what we have to it is containing what? Hydrogen molecules. These hydrogen molecules we have to convert into hydrogen atoms. Then we have to excite hydrogen atoms to which level? First excited state. So for dissociating, to convert molecules into atoms, we want energy, that is a dissociation. And to excite atoms into first excited state, for that excitation energy is required. Okay, so here energy required means for dissociation you have to consider, and for excitation you have to consider. Both energies you have to add up. Okay, so both energies we will add up. So total energy required, so we'll say total energy required is equal to energy required for dissociation, then plus energy required for excitation, sorry, energy required for dissociation. Energy required for dissociation is how much in the sense 17.83 kilojoule. Then energy required for excitation is 80.36 kilojoule. Therefore, total energy required is 98.19 kilojoule. Okay, so and so amount of energy required totally, we can say this amount of energy required totally for this process. Sir, okay. Let us go for next sum. We'll take next sum. We'll take. Now we will take oxygen undergoes oxygen O2 undergoes photochemical dissociation into one normal oxygen atom, and another and one oxygen atom, comma 1.967 electron volt more energetic than normal. The dissociation of O2, into two normal atoms of oxygen, requires 498 kilojoule per mole. What is the minimum wave? What is the maximum wavelength? Effective for photochemical dissociation? Of O2. So here second sentence we will see. In this case, here the dissociation of O2 into two normal atoms of oxygen requires 498 kilojoule per mole is given. Sorry, okay. So for this, what is the meaning that we will see now? 1 mole of oxygen molecules, require 498 kilojoule of energy, for dissociation into two oxygen atoms. Okay, that means two oxygen atoms means 2 moles of oxygen atoms. Like that we have to say 2 moles of oxygen atoms. 1 mole of oxygen molecules require 498 kilojoule of energy for dissociation into 2 moles of oxygen atoms. Sir, okay. So for one molecule, how much is required? That we will see. So for one molecule, how much energy is required? That point we will see. So one oxygen molecule requires a dash amount of energy for dissociation. That we will see. So in this dash, what will come? That we will see. Now 498 kilojoule for 1 mole of molecules. 1 mole of molecules means Avogadro number of molecules. So for Avogadro number of molecules, 498 kilojoule is required. So for one molecule, what is the energy required? 498 by Avogadro number. 498 by Avogadro number. This much kilojoule of energy is required. Okay. So energy required for a dissociation of one molecule. One molecule is this much, we can say. Energy required for dissociation of one molecule, we can say this. Okay. So energy required for one molecule. So 498 into 10 to the power of 3 by Avogadro number joule per molecule. So for one molecule, this much joule is required. Kilojoule we have converted into joule. So this much energy is required for one molecule, we said. Sir, now we will see the first statement. We will see in the first statement, Oxygen undergoes photochemical dissociation into one normal oxygen atom and one oxygen atom 1.967 electron volt more energetic than normal. Sir, first we will convert this electron volt into joule. We will convert this electron volt will convert into joule. Then we will proceed. Okay, sir. 1.967 electron volt. 1.967 electron volt we have to convert into joule. Okay, so 1 electron volt is equal to how much? Means 1.60 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. So 1.967 electron volt is how much joule? So 1.967 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Okay, so the electron volt we converted into joule we converted. Sir, next we will see. Now we will see this oxygen undergoes photochemical dissociation into one normal oxygen atom and one oxygen atom which is a 1.967 electron volt more energetic than normal. Therefore, as per this, what is the energy required for dissociation? So energy required for dissociation, photochemical dissociation, we have to say. Energy required for a photochemical dissociation of one oxygen molecule. One oxygen molecule is how much? Normally, how much required? We'll see. Normally, this much energy is required. This much joule is required. Normally, this much joule is required. That is 498 into 10 to the power of 3 by Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. Next, this is additional energy needed. So 1.967 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. This is the additional energy required. Okay, so that total energy required is how much in the sense the 114.19 into 10 to the power of minus 20 joule. So this is the total energy required, we can say. Sir, next what they are asking us to find, we will see. So they are asking what is the maximum wavelength effective for photochemical dissociation? Maximum wavelength they are asking. Maximum wavelength means minimum energy, that is the mean. Maximum wavelength means minimum energy. What is the minimum energy required for dissociation? This is the minimum energy required for dissociation. Therefore, E is equal to hc by lambda. We will take this minimum energy. This minimum energy required for dissociation is this much. H value will substitute. H is called Planck's constant. That Planck's constant is this much joule second. Next, we will substitute velocity of light. Velocity of light in vacuum is 3.3 into 10 power 8 meter per second by what means wavelength. So on simplifying this, what we can get in the sense wavelength we can get in SI system we can get. So wavelength we are getting. So wavelength value is 1740.52 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. All are in SI system. Therefore, wavelength we are getting in a SI system. That is what is a unit means meter we are getting. Okay. We'll go for next sum. Next sum we are taking a certain dye absorbs light of wavelength absorbs light of wavelength is equal to 4530 angstrom and then emits fluorescence light and then emits fluorescence light and then emits fluorescence light of 5080 angstrom. Assuming that under given conditions 47% of the absorbed energy 47% of the absorbed energy is re-emitted out as fluorescence. Calculate the ratio of quanta. Calculate the ratio of quanta, calculate the ratio of quanta emitted out to the number of quanta observed, okay. Sorry. Now what is a absorbed wavelength? Absorbed wavelength, we will see absorbed wavelength is this much, emitting wavelength is this much, see, emitting wavelength is greater than absorbed wavelength. That means absorbed energy is not as emitted energy. Emitted energy is less than absorbed energy. Set. Assuming that under given conditions, 47% of the absorbed energy is re-emitted out. So how much energy is emitted out means 47% of energy only re-emitted out. Re-emitted out energy is how much means 47%. 47% of the absorbed energy is re-emitted out as fluorescence. Calculate the ratio of quanta. Calculate the ratio of quanta emitted out to the number of quanta absorbed. That's what they're asking. Set. So absorbed energy and emitted energy, these two we will take. Okay. So energy absorbed is equal to 47% of energy emitted. Okay. So how much energy emitted means 47% of absorbed energy is emitted. So here we have to do correction. 47% of absorbed energy is emitted. Okay. So energy emitted is 47% of absorbed energy. Emitted energy is 47% of absorbed energy. That's what they are saying. See, assuming that under given conditions, 47% of absorbed energy is re-emitted out. So energy emitted is equal to 47% of energy absorbed. So energy emitted is equal to NH nu. N is called number of quanta. Okay, N is called number of quanta emitted. So N1 is equal to number of quanta emitted. Then equal to 47%. So 47 by 100 into energy absorbed is N2H nu. N2 is called number of quanta absorbed. Number of quanta absorbed, we can say. Sir, now we will substitute the values. Sorry. Now N1 into Hc by lambda 1 is equal to 47% into N2 into Hc by lambda 2. So we can cancel Hc. Therefore, we can get N1 by lambda 1 is equal to 47 by 100 into N2 by lambda 2. So what is the question? Question is what? Calculate the ratio of quanta emitted out to the number of quanta absorbed. Question we'll see. Now see what is the question? See, calculate the ratio of quanta emitted out to the number of quanta absorbed. Therefore, what is the question means number of quanta emitted by number of quanta absorbed. It is a question. So it is equal to this 47% into lambda 1 by lambda 2, we can say. So lambda 1 by lambda 2. So this 47% into lambda 1. Lambda 1 is called what? Wavelength emitted out. So wavelength emitted out is 5080 angstrom. Then the lambda 2 is what means this lambda 2 is what means wavelength absorbed, that is 4530 angstrom. 4530 angstrom. 4530 angstrom, we can say. So we can find quanta emitted by quanta absorbed. Quanta emitted by quanta absorbed we can find. Therefore, N1 by N2 is equal to 0.527. Quanta emitted by quanta absorbed. We got it. So we'll go for next question. Now, a photon of 300 nanometer. A photon of 300 nanometer is absorbed by a gas. And then re-emits 2 photons. One re-emitted photon one re-emitted photon has wavelength, one re-emitted photon has wavelength 496 nanometer. Calculate energy of other photon re-emitted out. Calculate energy of other photon re-emitted out. Other photon re-emitted out. Okay. So here, what is this question? You see here, this photon is having wavelength this much. This is observed. Observed wavelength is this much. And re-emitted two photons. One re-emitted photon has wavelength this much. Another photon energy they are asking. Another photon energy we have to find it. Sir. Another photon energy we have to find it. Sir. Now we can say energy of photon observed. Energy of photon observed. Then energy of photon 1 emitted plus energy of photon 2 emitted. So emitted energy is equal to observed energy. Okay. Observed photon energy is equal to emitted photons energy. Sir. Observed photon means hc by lambda. Here hc by lambda we can say. Here also hc by lambda. This energy we have to find it. Energy of other photon re-emitted out we have to find it. So this h value will substitute 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Velocity of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Then wavelength will substitute. Observed wavelength is 300 nanometer. We will convert into meter. Then this h value 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. This c value, c is called velocity, 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Then emitted photon wavelength. Emitted photon wavelength is 496 nanometer. So 496 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter plus energy of second photon emitted out. So we are calculating energy of second photon emitted out. That energy is how much in the sense 2.625 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. So 2.625 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule we got. Sorry. We'll go for next question. Atomic radius is of the order of 10 power minus 8 centimeter, and nuclear radius is of the order of 10 power minus 13 centimeter. Calculate what fraction of atom is occupied by nucleus. Sir. So now what they're asking is, see that fraction occupied. Okay. So fraction occupied. Fraction of atom occupied by the nucleus. That is the question. Fraction of atom occupied by the nucleus. Sir. So fraction occupied is equal to what is occupying nucleus. So volume of nucleus by volume of atom. Fraction occupied is equal to volume of nucleus by volume of atom. Sir, we will find volume of nucleus. So volume of nucleus is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube we can take, because we do not know size, shape we do not know. So we will take sphere, we will take 4 by 3 pi r cube. Similarly, volume of atom also 4 by 3 pi r cube will take, will substitute. So 4 by 3 pi r cube for nucleus, then 4 by 3 pi r cube for atom. So 4 by 3 pi is cancelling. So we can say radius of nucleus cube by radius of atom cube. Okay, radius of nucleus is how much in the sense 10 power minus 13 centimeter, 10 power minus 13 centimeter cube by radius of atom. Radius of atom is 10 power minus 8 centimeter. So cube, 10 power minus 8 centimeter we substituted. Sorry. So we are calculating we are getting the ratio is how much in the sense 10 to the power of minus 50. So that fraction occupied is how much in the sense fraction occupied is equal to fraction occupied is equal to so on, so we can say that means volume of nucleus by volume of atom is equal to this much. So volume of nucleus is equal to 10 to the power of minus 15 into volume of atom. Okay, volume of nucleus is equal to 10 to the power of minus 15 into volume of atom, we can say. So we'll go to next question. Now the velocity of electron in a certain Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom bears the ratio 1:275 to the velocity of light. So what is the quantum number of orbit? Now two subdivisions. First subdivision, what is the quantum number? What is the quantum number of orbit? Second subdivision, calculate the wave number of radiations. Calculate the wave number of radiations emitted when electron jumps from n+1 state to ground state. Sir, now here what is the question given in the sense velocity of electron in a certain Bohr's orbit of hydrogen atom bears the ratio 1:275 to the velocity of light. Sir, that means here velocity of light is given, velocity of electron is given. Velocity of electron is equal to 1/275 into velocity of light in vacuum. So velocity of what is given in the sense velocity of electron is given. Now we will substitute velocity of light. We will substitute. So velocity of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So we will get a velocity of electron. We will get. So velocity of electron is how much in the sense we will simplify. We are getting this much. So velocity of light we are getting, that is how much means this much meter per second. Okay. So velocity of electron we calculated. So next what they are asking means what is the quantum number of orbit? So in which quantum number of orbit velocity of electron is this much? That is the question. So we will take orbit angular momentum as per Bohr. MBR is equal to NH by 2 pi we will take. So V is equal to NH by 2 pi mr. We will substitute R. So NH by 2 pi m. R is n square h square by 2 pi square 4 pi square m z k square e square k e square, that will come. Okay, n square h square by 4 pi square m z k e square. This is the formula. Now we will cancel what are the common terms. We will cancel nh, we will cancel. So then m we will cancel, pi also